as I was driving home from work, I was going through my classic Pokemon YouTubers that I enjoy. And I just wanted to come in here and make a really quick video, and it just really seems like the Pokemon hobby is one, overly aggressive and just way too invested in sealed product and singles. And then we have the other thing that I wanted to talk about, which is how many people are going to be here in the Pokemon hobby in the next 6 months to a year if we see some slowdown, right? Like, I'm gonna have a mega set, full breakdown mega set video coming later on this week. But like I said, as I was driving home, like these people that are just so obsessed with just the monetary value of every new set that comes out, if it's the mega set to Destined Rivals and Prismatic Evolutions, right? It's like you can't even talk or debate Destined Rivals or Prismatic Evolutions without people absolutely coming for your head, which I find it ridiculous. There's people every day in not only my comment section, but other friend YouTubers comment sections, and we laugh back and forth, and we compare comments, and we show each other just how pressed, how emotionally invested people are to fictional cardboard characters. And I'm here to just tell you that it's not that serious. Every single take I have on this channel is for pure entertainment only. This is not financial advice. No one's trying to pick a fight. We're just throwing ideas off of each other back and forth. And it feels like everyone's just rooting against each other in the hobby. Now, I know what some of you guys are gonna say. I have been going at some bigger Pokemon YouTubers like Nostalgianomics. I've been critical, or I've had criticism of Nostalgianomics and just other PokeTubers, right? I took your guys' recommendations and tried to really, highlight some smaller Pokemon YouTubers. I just did a Gem TCG video not too long, as well as a Vapor Self video as well. I think both of those have like under 10K subscribers, but they're substantial people in the Pokemon hobby as far as investing, I personally believe, and business stuff. But I think in the Pokemon hobby, we're allowed to have critique. Like if you post a YouTube video online, just like I do right here, I mean, you guys give it to me all the time, and I love hearing your guys' comments, both positive and negative, and just criticism in general. We're allowed to criticize each other, right? We're allowed to disagree. But one thing I won't do on this channel is I won't go out and clearly tell you guys what to buy or what to sell. I will always tell you guys what I'm doing in this space, and that shouldn't reflect your decisions. I hate this whole YouTube influencer. I'm not an influencer. I'm just a collector. Yeah, I tell you guys all the time, I'm buying Korean stuff. You guys don't care about this stuff. I'm buying Chinese stuff. You guys don't care about this stuff, right? If I was an influencer, these cards would just be in other influencers, right, that talk about simplified Chinese cards or whatever, Korean exclusives. Those cards would be doing crazy numbers, right? But it's not that. It's just what the majority hive mind has locked onto, and that's just English sealed product. If that's for the rip and shippers, for them to crack open, and then for the investors, and of course the ever so hated scalpers, you're just so locked on to monetary value. And I understand that's going to come in any bull market, right? If that's in collectibles as well, right? I was going to compare it to like stocks or crypto, but those are for money making, right? And one of the reasons why I wanted to make this video is I was clicking on a new Pokemon YouTuber, and they flat out just come out and say it. They're like, oh, I like Pokemon and I like money, but I like money more. And that just like put a little seed in my brain. I'm like, wow, these people like are not even trying to disguise anymore. Like back in my day, Sword and Shield era, even Sun and Moon, tail end of Sun and Moon era, I would go back and watch older videos, right, of Pokemon quote unquote investing or collecting, right, or what to buy videos. And then going into Sword and Shield, when I first popped back in, like Vivid Voltage, Battle Styles era, I mean, there was Pokemon investing content, but it wasn't like this, right? They kind of like tried to disguise it as a collecting video, you know, the what I'm buying videos. Those have been around for a really, really long time. But just like the fact that like the people will straight up come on here and just look you guys straight in the eye and just tell you guys like, yeah, I'm just here for money. It's just how to make money. And it's just, it doesn't sit right with me. And it's really hard for me to watch that style of content and not want to leave a comment and just being like, you know, where has the collector aspect of this hobby just gone, right? Like, does anyone actually like or care about any of the other Pokemon, right? The not expensive Lugias, the not expensive trainer cards even, right? We've seen the trainer boom come and go. Where has the heart and soul of this hobby gone? Or is the heart of the soul just in monetary value? It's just in the money. I mean, I watched an Opossum Bud video the other day and he said the same thing. He's like, where did the collectors go? Or is the space just absolutely dominated by investors and scalpers, right? As I go through YouTube or Instagram, shout out, or I made an Instagram for the Poke Corner, so I'm gonna leave that in the description down below. But as I scroll through my new Pokemon Instagram, right, I see tons of these like flipping resale-esque pages being advertised to me and telling me to follow them and etc. on Instagram, and I'm just like, I'm going through a feed constantly of collectors. I hope they're all collectors. And then I get these like flip IG Discord ad, or I get the how to flip Pokemon cards ad. And that's just where we're at. Until this stuff just isn't profitable, we're not going to see a slowdown. And just, I want to chime in on just what I just said really, really quick, the collector part of Instagram. Guys, stop posting the same damn altards over and over again. No one gives a flying you-know-what when you're just here flexing all your gold stars. Like, Instagram has always been a giant flex of like your lifestyle, and you know, the car that you drive to the house that you own, and it's just a whole like benchmark, bookmark or whatever. And then I'm like, okay, well I need to separate my personal to my Pokemon stuff, so I made a Pokemon Instagram, and then it's just like the same old crap, but it's just with Pokemon cards. There's people just like flexing gold stars and flexing alternate arts. It's just so boring. It's like, dude, show me like a cool reverse holo that you actually care about of your favorite Pokemon. Show me your childhood collection. Show me one of your childhood Grail cards that you've played with 100,000 times. That's the stuff I want to see. And it's just, we've reverted back to like this caveman mind of just value. Like, value. Oh, do you like that? Is that value? No, okay, I don't like that either. What's your favorite card? Oh, that's only worth like $20. Yeah, that's not we can't have that in a top 10 video. Like, we need to get back to that, and that's why I'm saying like, I think we'll get there soon, guys. Like, I come on here each and every week to report on the market watch. And this is not a chart video, obviously, but I feel like I have to have these one-on-one conversations with my audience from time to time. Like, I make all that investing content and what I'm buying or what I'm picking up. I do the market watches, etc. But I also like to just come on here and just like spout stuff from my brain. And right now it's just seeing that the hobby has completely lost its collectors, the collecting aspect of the space. And like I said, it's not really going to get better until we see the sleepy period of the space. But I think now going into the Mega set, right? Mega Symphonia and Mega Brave in Japanese. You guys know how I feel about Japanese Pokemon cards. That's the majority where my heart is. The set is a good set. Could be controversial, but it's a good set. But I can see this is where we say small downturn. Now, I thought that this set was going to be a lot better than what it was, but it's just a base set. It's going to set precedent for presidents, I don't know what that word is, but you guys know what I mean, of what's to come. Nice little baseline of what's to come for the future. And it's good. It's really good. But I don't see a lot of long-term value in those cards. I think that we've kind of, it's like one of the buy the rumors, sell the news style events for that set. I think that everyone was so pumped up, so excited for the mega set, and now that it's there and it's here, a lot of people that aren't in the Japanese space but are in the English trying to look forward into what's to come and what prices to predict. Shout out to a non-TCG who watched this video this morning on the mega set, and videos like that where he's trying to grasp price predictions for some of these cards. I don't think the value is really there, and that's good. I think that if we see Pokemon print enough of this stuff and we see these like good sets, these are good sets, these are really good sets. Don't get it twisted. Don't think I'm coming on here to just tell you guys to not buy the mega set. It's a really good set, but I could see where we can fall out of favor and where pockets can just get a little bit more like, you know what, I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna wait for the Mega Inferno set, which is the Gengar and Charizard set, or the Shiny Rayquaza set that's coming, right? I'm gonna be a little bit more reserved with my capital now that we're in this new set, our new era, and now that I've already made a lot of money in the Scarlet and Violet era, Destined Rivals, Prismatic Evolutions, for all the people that have been investing into those sets. I tell you guys all the time to just wait. I'm gonna be waiting. I see how this market is, and I get grilled every single week when I tell you guys that I'm holding on and to just be patient, right? A lot of people have called me crazy because of the amount of gains that I've missed from Destined Rivals, a set that's only been out like 3 months or less. Doesn't make any sense. And the hype and the FOMO that are coming from these people that have not been in the hobby for 5+ years, we need a reset, and I think that reset is going to come. On top of all that, we see the mega set being a good set again, but I don't think it's the home run, the continuation of Destined Rivals or even Black Bolt White Flare to trail and into this mega set that people are really waiting for or hyping up. I think Wall of Fatigue is finally starting to come around again. We always see it. We always talk about Wall of Fatigue. And people are just holding back. People are going to be a little bit more... people are going to just wait a little bit longer for these sets to prove themselves before buying in. Now, what do I think about Destined Rivals, Black Bolt White Flare, and Prismatic Evolutions? I think that those sets are all going to perform well. It's just going to be what is your entry position into those sets if you're collecting those or investing into those, right? It's going to be very, very telling and interesting to see how Pokemon decides to reprint on this back end. Like, did they really focus on the mega sets, Generation 10 and up, or are we going to see a giant influx of product? It could be collection boxes, could be booster bundles, stuff like that. Anything is on the table, guys. Like, I don't rule out anything until the 2-year mark officially hits. Once we see that 2-year mark, once we see the meta rotate, once we see some of these, no one saw the Paldea Evolved reprint, quote unquote, right? It's small reprint. I got a lot of friends that were seeing Paldea Evolved in those their vending machines at the Safeways, the Walmarts, whatever. You're seeing those, which is interesting. I could totally see Pokemon really dialing in on those, really focusing in on those vending machines, and those are giant money makers for Pokemon to kind of shake up the market. Like, they're like, okay, cool, you guys want to completely market manipulate TCG Player and eBay? We're gonna throw a monkey wrench, and we're gonna slow drip some Paldea, some Surging Sparks, some 151 into the market, and that's where we're at. And I think we're in a good place right now. I think everything is. Another Pokemon YouTuber on the way on over here was talking about the turn of Pokemon. Like, have we officially hit the turn the complete U-turn of we gotta turn somewhere, right? We can't just be going straight. Everything just can't go up forever. For all you Destin Rivals fanboys out there that think that this chart is just going to go up forever all the way to $500. This morning I heard, so I don't want to put anyone on blast, but I saw at least 3 YouTubers that I watched three YouTubers this morning at work of people just saying that Prismatic or Destin Rivals is just gonna go shoot straight up to 500 after the mega set is out. And just silly stuff like that. And people that have been here for like 3 years, I'm like, dude, you guys have seen nothing, absolutely nothing. Like, I got PTSD from the Sword and Shield era. But I think the turn is officially going to be here at the mega set, right? We see what it's doing in Japanese. I'm hopefully going to be covering it. I'll be doing a live on the Japanese markets, a mega set on Friday night. So stay tuned for that. Probably around like 7 o'clock. And yeah, I think those prices are really telling. I'm really enjoying the hopium of Mega Brave and Mega Symphonia, of that booster box coming right back down. I think right now it's like $85, something around there. We haven't seen that happen in quite some time. So I think the Japanese market is healing. But as these booster boxes in Japanese are let's just talk about Japanese really quick. But as these booster boxes in Japanese are starting to correct, right? Starting to get a little bit more affordable. The singles are also really, really cheap, and that is a really good sign. Like, I guess, you know, if you're spending $90, $100 on a booster box as an English collector, you're gonna look at that and be like, wow, it's really enticing for me to go grab one of those because it's cheap. It's not. You're paying 3 times MSRP. But now seeing that these booster boxes are correcting really fast out the gate, I think it's a really good sign for the Japanese market. Heck, even for the Korean market, my pride and joy Korean market. I love Korean Pokemon cards. I have booster boxes coming over from Hot Wind Arena, Team Rocket, and Journey to get our Battle Partners for like 24 each. So it's back. It's finally back to the 20s. I bought Battle Partners in Korean for like 35, or 40. I bought it for 40. Oh my gosh, I just remembered. Insane for Korean. And now I don't know what happened. I wish I had a Korean market plug over there that I could talk to. Someone. If you're watching these videos and you live in Korea, hit me up in Instagram DM. But it seems like stuff is starting to return back to normal. But on the flip side, and just to kind of wrap this video all up, we're seeing these prices in English hold up and even increase for the short term. And I think there's a lot of angry people on YouTube that are trying to like shove it down our throats, shove it in our faces, of them like celebrating their wins when none of them have sold. You can't celebrate a win if you do not sell. That's why I think this space is freaking hilarious when people are here just hands up, you know, celebrating money that's not even in their bank account, celebrating like, oh my gosh, my portfolio's up freaking 100 grand. Have you sold? Or is it like this make-believe number on your phone? Because until you sell, it doesn't matter. You can't celebrate that. It's not a win because it's not in your bank account. These Pokemon YouTubers will come in here and tell you guys each and every week to buy Prismatic at 120. Buy Destin Rivals right now. The video I just watched, I was just eating lunch, just making my coffee. I was watching a video. Some guy, oh my gosh, I'm not even gonna give this guy credit. I'm not even gonna give this guy a spotlight, but he literally said, Destin Rivals right now is really cheap and undervalued, and it is an instant buy right now. But then in the same video, he's talking about his collector app and how much he's up and how much he's selling. So take that for what it is. How are you gonna tell people to buy, but then you're also selling? And I'm betting that he got in at MSRP and he's telling his audience to buy, and he's probably selling a lot of his cases. He had like 30 plus cases of Destin Rivals, but he's telling you guys to buy as he's selling. He's not telling you what he's selling. He's not being transparent. He's telling his audience. A small YouTuber, he has like 6K. So I'll let you guys go figure out who that is. But this market, right, where everyone is so against each other. Collectors, they hate the scalpers. They hate the investors. Investors, they hate the scalpers. They hate the rip and shippers. Everybody, the hate word and the aggression. And it is, like I said, I'm temperature gauging by my comment section. Of people not even going at me, but people going at each other. It's just like, it's a real nasty time to be in the Pokemon space. And yeah, I don't know when it's going to get better, but I do have a hunch. And hunch is going to be once we flip this corner, hit this U-turn at the mega set. If we see this next mega set not be as collectible, not be as investable, not be as scalpable as what we think, we could be in for a bad time. And I really do believe that a lot of these people that have invested so much in so little time and have not experienced volatility in these markets, they're actually going to get wrecked. And I say that from the bottom of my heart. I come on here every single week and tell those people, and I argue with those people all the time, to just don't over leverage yourself. Don't over allocate yourself. Be prepared for a downturn, just a little one. And I really think that once these people that have, I'm not talking about the people that have like a case, right? I'm talking about the people that have 2, 3, 4, 10 cases of each set. And they're buying Sword and Shield. And they're buying the moment they see just a little bit of a downturn, a 30% correction, 40% correction. And then you get these Pokemon YouTubers that go out and create even more fear in the market. These people start to sell off at a loss because people think that it's going to go back down to MSRP. I never said that it would go down to MSRP, so let's get that straight. But people do think that it's going to come down just a little bit. Now what you do with that information is up to you. I always tell you guys, I don't over allocate myself. I buy 1, 2, 3 booster boxes per set, right? The ones that I enjoy opening because I enjoyed them. The only case that I bought that I told you guys was Twilight Masquerade. I've not bought another case since. Twilight Masquerade is sitting in a what the heck? My storage facility, my storage unit, air conditioned storage unit with some of my other booster boxes that I have in acrylic cases that I plan on never selling, right? My last Fusion Strikes, my last Silver Tempest, Lost Origins, etc. I got some collection boxes over there. That is as far as I'm going to go in this investing space. Like, it's fun. This is a fun hobby, and I really believe fun investing space, right? People want to come on here and just tell me how every day how wrong I am or how dumb I sound and X, Y, and Z, and I'm just laughing every single second of like, you guys are over allocated, too emotionally invested into fictional characters on cardboard, shiny cardboard. We're having fun over here. You want to call this an investment? We can call this an investment. Why I think that this Japanese Korean Snorlax is gonna be the next Korean banger, right? We can all just speculate and just spew stuff. It doesn't make you wrong, doesn't make you right. It's just fun, guys. Like, bring back the fun. Like, tell me in the comments section down below, what are you guys collecting? Are you collecting some sealed booster boxes, right? Are you collecting... I had some really, really cool stuff to show you. Like, I've been picking up some just off-the-wall Pokemon stuff, Pokemon style stuff, and show you guys that it's not really all about just collecting Pokemon cards. Like, I love Pokemon to its absolute core. I've been collecting like movie memorabilia. I've been collecting Pokemon movie memorabilia, memorabilia cards, everything in between, plushies, figures, guys. Like, the comment why I also wanted to make this video is someone's like, they're like, you just don't even care about Pokemon. I get those comments like at least once every couple months, and it makes me feel like I'm doing something right. I'm like, okay, I'm pushing out to the investing audience and trying to grab a little bit of that audience, because the people that have been on this channel and growing with me, they know the gleam in my eyes when I talk about Pokemon. Like, this stuff is my life, guys. It's been my life for my entire life. I did have an exit, but Pokemon is one of the greatest things to ever happen to my life, and it brings me happiness in a world filled with stress. And I hope Pokemon does that for you guys too. That's why I again wanted to sit here and talk to you guys and make this video. I'm like, life is stressful enough. Don't let this stuff, like, don't let credit card bills like press you guys. Don't be taking loans out for sealed Pokemon investments or collections. Like, if you're on this channel, this is for the budget Pokemon collectors and investors, right? Like, I understand not everyone can afford booster boxes every month, and cases, oh my gosh, cases are just out of this world. People just think that, like, that there's just normal, be like, oh, I'm gonna get like 5 cases of Destined Rivals and that's it, like, I'm done good. That's a small chump change for. So funny. Like, the disconnect that people have with reality in this space is just hilarious. Like, if you like what is like the average income in the United States is like 50K, or that might be even too high. Maybe it was like 40K. I just saw a job report this morning. This channel is always going to look out for the small guys, like, no matter how big this channel gets. But now I'm just ranting. We're gonna wrap today's video up. Life is just stressful enough. You know, we got rents, we got bills and kids and education, and just don't let investing in Pokemon, collecting Pokemon, stress you out. Like, there's no reason why we should be arguing in comment sections or on Reddit threads or Discords over Pokemon. It's just so silly. Like, remember that. Remember, or having like Pokemon beef with other Pokemon YouTubers. Like, that shit is so goofy to me. Like, people want to fight each other over cardboard takes. Just so silly. And just, I get it, there's a lot of immature people in this hobby. There's a lot of these big YouTubers, they're just a bunch of crybabies and just like overly aggressive people that never leave their room, and they just want to just, you know, I know when I post these videos that I can get criticism right back, and I gotta take it just as much as I dish it. And I contradict myself all the time. You guys tell me that literally every single video. I'm gonna go back and forth. I'm gonna flip flop. I'm gonna have different takes. My collection is gonna grow. It's gonna change. I'm gonna sell. I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna flip. I'm gonna rotate. All that, and you know, that's just a part of the hobby. But wanted to make this long form rant. This is crazy. It's like 30 minutes. But yeah, into the mind of Henry, I guess. Thanks for watching this one, and I'm sure this one will be an interesting one. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.